Hi everybody and welcome back. I did a Bad Bunny and she is so cute. I think this is like the third time I've drawn her as an illustration and like the second time I've done her digitally than her traditionally ones. Like, I love drawing her because her style of just like her attitude really is just this whatever. Like, I ain't got no problem as long as you don't have a problem. So she's just adorable, and I love drawing her. She's just this character I draw. I haven't really like made a story for her or anything, other than she's just this punk rock bunny. I just don't give a darn. And her color scheme's really cute. I kind of just threw her color scheme together when I first drew her because I wasn't sure. I just was like, I want her to be pink. She needs to be pink and blue. So cute. And she has like a lot of these pinks and reds, and it takes me a while to do her line art to have all these little pieces. Like her hair goes all these different which ways, and then she has this fishnet, and it was hard. Even though I had its reference photos, I was like, oh, I love that posture. Like that would just be perfect for Bad Bunny. And even though I had a reference, it was still really hard because, you know, she's upside down and she's looking her head's kind of just like hanging, and it's just this kind of like apathetic posture that I'm just was like, oh, this is perfect for Bad Bunny. But even with the reference, it was still kind of hard to get the body position right, and then I kind of just did the clothes. First I was like, okay, I need to draw her body first, and then I'll put clothes on her, because it was a lot of layering up for layers for the sketch, and it was really fun because I struggled with the shoes. So I was like, oh, sure, she's wearing boots, because it was such a weird angle. You can barely see the shoes, let alone see them like go off her leg. But I just like, nah, that works right, I think. And I kind of just did the shapes for the couch and the lines, because that was a lot easier than trying to do it myself, because it probably came out more quickly. But I just go in and I edit a few little things, because she just has all these little pieces, and sometimes my hand is a little shaky and my tablet is very sensitive, so it'll pick up like every little jerk my hand makes. But luckily, you know, I think that digital, you have to keep redrawing it to get it right, or draw it in ink and be like, no. How I do adore digital for that reason, but I still love my watercolors and my markers. Gotta show them. But it just takes me a minute to find the layer that I use for her fishnet. I really like the honeycomb design for fishnet, and I go back to like the first digital drawing I did of her to get all the hair colors right for her, and the color scheme, like, okay, what exact color was her outfit again? And I just go in and I kind of color pick them off of her. I just did give her jacket, because I felt like we're gonna be lounging around. Usually you take off your jacket, so I took off her jacket off of her. I gave her a more like casual look, and then I didn't put her bat in. Obviously, she's chilling. She don't need it. She's relaxing. She's not no one's picking a fight with her. She's all good. And I split up the accessories into different layers because it was a little easier, because, you know, there's a lot of different colors touching each other in the accessories, so anything that would have like crossed over if I try to like focus on one part rather than the other, I just split it up. And it made it, although I kind of messed up a little with the sunglasses, not realizing it, because the couch is the same color as her glasses, and I kind of just filled in all that area, and oopsie, because I didn't even notice that I had like messed it up or put in the wrong layer afterwards when I split them up. But her hair was a lot of fun because it's got all these like swirls and stuff, and I was able to like hide her ears. Well, I was trying not to hide her ears, so they're kind of like peeking out, so they're kind of not high, which I kind of like. So it's like, I don't want her to like get lost in her hair, but they poked out pretty well, and I go in and try to get all those little gaps because they happen every now and then when you're filling something out, and I have to like separate the shorts colors because I was like, oopsie. But I try not to have like different colors on the same layer because it's harder to keep them separate. Oh, I just keep yawning. And I really like her color scheme, and she has like just these cute little bandages from like people picking fights with her, and it's just a lot of separating when going in. But at first I was thinking of doing the light off to the side because I have a tendency to do that, the light going left or right, but I was like, no, she's light coming from above and she's just chilling, so I adjusted that. And her like eyes, it was kind of like interesting not having to do her eyes because I wanted to put glasses, even though that these light blue, you can't like see her eyes. Sorry, I keep yawning. But I noticed that I kind of like when I do my skin, or like I do my coloring really in general, I have these really like solid grand lines, and then I blend, like I get my contours down and then I blend them. But because I don't know, for me, like when I see those harsh, like I can't really get these good lines. Like I feel like a lot of people when they do like the old-fashioned kind of shading, they get these lines, like so you're like you can see where the shading ends and where it stops. And it's like really hard to get like lines just right. So I like to do the blending method and make them really soft. And the hair was a lot of fun because it has all these swirls and folds because it's just like falling onto the ground. So that was really fun trying to shade that just right. It's, the way it's like folding in on itself and it's kind of just everywhere. So to get like nice 3D effect, just really show that it's falling and folding, swirling. That was really fun. I really enjoyed doing the hair. I think that was like one of my most favorite parts was the hair. And then when I started doing the clothes, the shorts weren't really that much of a thing except for like the, what's it called? The where it's ripped. I was wearing ripped shorts, and it was just hard to get like that ruffled. And I wasn't quite sure how to shade the top because like, wait, you can only see the top of her shirt. So, and then I did a layer of skin underneath the fishnet because I really wanted to have some of that skin tone peeking through, and I play with the fishnet because I'm like, oh, it's too dark. Oh, you can't see enough of the skin. When I'm shading it, I adjusted a lot, and then I even like shade the fishnet itself because it's not working with me that the under shaded but the top's not shaded. So I shade the top along with it and blend that all out so that you can tell that it's shaded, and tell that there's shadows and these highlights in the fishnet and not just on the skin and like on the rest of the clothes. So that was some adjusting, like I had to do the underneath and then the top and then the little accessories, so that was a couple of little steps, and she involved a lot of little steps because she didn't seem like she had a lot going on, but she did, like all these little pieces. And I'm glad that I took the time, because you'll see like this is one of my longer videos because this took me a few hours because I was like, she's gonna be perfect. I didn't put any blood on her like in the first one because I wanted her to be like chill mode and like just relaxing. Basically, you'll see here where I have to like adjust the glasses because I didn't quite have them right, and then having to turn off the layer for the couch and then going back and turning it on. And I kind of play around with the background a little bit because I wasn't quite sure the colors I wanted for it. Like, I wanted there to be bubbles, like the bubble you'll see that I put on her mouth, and I wanted that to like match it. So I play around with that a little bit. I hope you guys like this video, comment anything, you know, tips, or if I missed something, or if you want me to keep drawing back and so forth. So, you know, like, subscribe, whatever you guys want, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!